Hey guys, it's Onan again, back with more Uncharted, and definitely with more Hurtbox stuff because, well, it's a big issue, and, some people don't know what counts as a Hurtbox for the legs, and that's a pretty big deal. And that's why I have the question there, what counts as the leg? Because it is actually pretty confusing, because I always thought that, your upper thighs counted as your legs, your butt, your crotch would count as leg shots, but there's actually some interesting results I got from messing around the other day, around the same time I did the other video that I put up yesterday. So basically, what you're about to see in this video is me shooting my split screen buddy again in the legs mostly, and you'll see that the legs, like, you'll see me testing out different spots on the legs on him. And generally speaking, it's actually quite interesting. I didn't expect to get the results I did, but the first things I start trying is the upper thighs. Now, Do Me Slowly, I don't think documented this, and I'm not really quite sure what's happening, but I'm going to shoot his upper thigh here, which is around his butt, and it should be... Now, you'd think it'd be 15 shots, but actually, that winds up being 10, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why it's 10, but he dies in 10 shots. And I found that a little weird, so I waited for him to come back here, and I think it might be because the way Naughty Dog made it work is that, like, if you're shooting them anywhere closer to the waist, it sort of counts as a body shot too. So, like, it's sort of doing a combination of damage. So, like, it acts as if you shot them in the body first, and then you're shooting them in the legs. So it's sort of like if they were rolling, in a sense, and you start shooting them in the body, and then your reticle goes down and start shooting them at the legs. Well, that's pretty much what this damage is showing here. So again, we're gonna count here. I'm gonna count in a second because I want to make sure it's 10 that I'm seeing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, 10. Now, that was the upper thigh close to his butt. Now, see, weird thing was that the other day I was doing this, I thought for sure that I was counting 15 when I was shooting him in the crotch, but apparently that's not the case. I mean, I think it might be in the crotch that it counts as 15 shots still, but again, I'm not quite sure. I have to do a little bit more testing, but basically, you can kind of just assume from this that upper thighs close to the waist is going to be 10 shots with the AK-47. And so here we are again, and I'm going to go a little bit lower. Bear in mind, I have a smaller screen because it's my split screen buddy here, and I have a smaller screen to work with, so it's much more difficult to see where my reticle is. Because the way the split screen works on a widescreen television, it just sort of decides, oh, we're going to put these random emblems to the side on the screen, have a good day, and deal with the really small-ass screens. We couldn't, just give you two big screens, on top of each other like any other split-screen game in the past. But, anyway, that's for a different sort of thing. Right here, I just start testing to see when about it stops counting as that 10-shot thing, and I think I begin to realize it's just before the knee, or it's somewhere around there. I think that was 10 there, so because of that, he died. Like, it was around, that was still pretty much the thigh. I would say maybe upper thigh still too. It's a little tricky because it's Eddie, like his legs are kind of, I don't know, weird. I mean, if it was Desert Drake I was doing it on, or Picoso, maybe things would be easier to tell. Like, cause like the skins really do make it more difficult to see where you're shooting, especially skeletons. So I'm not even sure if donut skins, like their larger legs, make a difference or not. But here we go. Here's the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now see, that's 15 in the knee. So pretty much I've confirmed for sure that anything below the knee and at the knee is 15 shots with the AK-47. That's where the leg shots make a difference. That's where it matters, because that's when you're going to be moving around, you're going to be jumping around, rolling, climbing, whatever. You're going to get hit in the knees more than you are going to get hit in your thighs, because players, more often than not, are trying to aim at your body, and so they'll be trying to adjust their aim and adjust for the recoil, and so they'll be hitting lower than they're intended to be because of the recoil on the guns and such. So, and that's why, again, it's a big deal to get this fixed, and it's really dumb that the guy on my PS3, the split-screen buddy, is taking the same damage he's supposed to be taking, but online people against, opponents and enemies, it's not working right now. But again, you heard me talk about that in the last video, and now I just speed things along here, because what I'd start doing here is I'm just sort of testing every spot below the knee, and it's pretty much giving out the same results, and, I was just stopping right before it hit 15 shots. And I'm just trying to figure out, okay, when does it stop counting as 15 or 10 or whatever, and right there is when it's 10. Like, I know right there is when it's 10, right on the upper thigh. So, excuse me, I could probably do more extensive weapon damage stuff if you guys want me to. I don't really have a whole lot of free time, though, as much as I'd like, and doing these recordings are kind of a pain in the butt, at least for me, because what I'm doing is I'm using the cinema mode. I'm just, like, sort of recording the whole cinema file, so I have to watch it twice, essentially. So I'm sitting there for double the time. So this video was 8 minutes long, and in Uncharted 3, I used the speed-up thing near the end here to make things faster, so I wouldn't wind up sitting there watching that cinema file convert to video for, 8 minutes again. So that'd be a total of 16 minutes. I'd be sitting there, waiting for this video to be done. But, if you want me to do more stuff like this, let me know. I could definitely do a weapon damage video where I just go through all the weapons in the game and just show how much damage they do in the torso, in the head, and in the legs. Mostly the legs is important because, like, people think that the T-bolt should be one shot in the leg, but it's actually 2 shots. As a surprise that came to me too. I thought it really was 1 shot. But anyway, here I am shooting Eddie in the torso for 7 shots to show that the AK is 7 shots, and pretty much those are the areas where their leg hurt boxes are, where they count. The knee, upper thighs, sort of, and yeah. So pretty much anywhere below the waist is going to deal less damage. This is just showing all the spots where the leg shots count, and the mixed damage, I guess, is a little bit below the waist, maybe upper thighs. But you guys really ought to pay attention to stuff like this, because you never know when it could come up again. And, this was just the AK-47. I might do another video somewhere down the line with more weapons, but hopefully you found this informative, and I'll see you in another video.